Up to chemistry book, chapter 4, okay? That's the history of chemistry, and I want you guys to go ahead and write down the definition of chemistry right there. Because what is chemistry? Chemistry is the study of the interaction of matter, okay? Or as your book puts it, the study of matter and the observable changes in matter brought about by interactions with energy. Page number 4. Okay, so as we talk about chemistry, since you guys have already taken a little bit of this, we're going to go ahead and not go into all of the finer points about the scientific method or anything like that. And we're just going to talk about chemistry itself. So, Sabrina, when you think chemistry, what do you think of? Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Periodic table.
Periodic table. Okay, Audi, when you think chemistry, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
An Erlenmeyer.
What?
An Erlenmeyer beaker.
Oh, the beaker. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. And Laura, when you think chemistry, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
A stock photo of a scientist with a lot of beakers with strange fluids.
Okay, good, good. A stock photo of a scientist with a lot of beakers, strange fluids. I'm surprised nobody said like Snape from Harry Potter or Breaking Bad. I'm surprised none of you said any of that. Okay, because when I think of chemistry, Breaking Bad is the first thing that comes to mind. But what essentially is chemistry at its very base foundations? Go ahead and read on chapter 4. Laura, why don't you go ahead and kick us off? Chemistry is.
Page 4, right?
Uh-huh.
The history of chemistry?
Yeah, right. The history of chemistry. Chemistry is.
Chemistry is the study of matter and the observable changes in matter brought about by interactions with energy.
Okay, pause there. So, chemistry is the study of matter and its interactions and how it changes. Okay? Now, if I want to study something like this, something like my marker, I just want to look at it, kind of see it from different angles, that's not chemistry. But if I put this marker in some acid and it comes out something like this, right, then, which is something that we did last year or something similar to it, then that is chemistry, right? Chemistry is what happens to matter when you apply just a little bit of energy. What happens to matter when you mix it with other kinds of matter and it changes in and of itself. And so at its very base definition, chemistry is change. It's what goes on inside your body, inside my body. You guys remember from your health class, the food that we ingest, right? What does it turn into? It splits off, right, into carbohydrates, into proteins, into lipids, right, into acids. It gets completely decomposed inside your stomach. Anybody remember what kind of acid we have in our stomachs?
Bile?
Hydrochloric acid. Very good, very good. Yes. And you do remember the word bile, which is also an injected enzyme, right, that helps break down the food more quickly. So chemistry is essentially that. What happens to the food as it moves through you, or what happens to you? So let's talk about the age of practical skills. Who were the first people to think about chemistry? Sabrina, would you read for me? Chemistry developed as a practical skill, please.
Chemistry developed as a practical skill during Old Testament times. As the descendants of Adam gained the necessary skills to make weapons, tools, and other utensils, they laid the early foundations of chemistry.
Very good. Keyword.
By the time of Abraham, man had already reached a surprising degree of chemical technology.
Right, no, pause there. The Sumerians, for example, were well skilled in metallurgy. That is the science of obtaining metals from their ores. Okay, pause there and go ahead and review that real